time for us to ask a critical question. Is Pastor Charlse Osazuwa a pastor or a content creator? Now, over time, I have refrained from discussing anything that concerns him. And for the record, I am not his fan. I do not even watch his message. I know his members, they are going to drag me. They are going to come on my comment section. They are going to say all kind of things. But you see, I have refrained from talking about him until I saw this video.
Don't mind some of these overzealous men of God who are telling you they are praying for 13 hours, 18 hours, and make you feel guilty. Any man who prays for 13 hours is jobless.
Now, the Bible told us in 1 Thessalonians 5:17, he said, pray without ceasing. Luke 18 verse 1 says, men ought always to pray and not to faint. But Pastor Charlse Osazuwa said, contradicting both Christ and Apostle Paul, Pastor Charlse Osazuwa said, you are over ambitious when you spend longer time in prayer. In fact, he said, you are jobless if you are spending longer time in prayer. Sorry, sir, we need to begin to question your credential. And it goes to tell something that this man have no personal relationship with Jesus. This man have no personal communion with Christ, and he's teaching the same wordlessness upon his members. See, prayer goes beyond just the rhetorics. Prayer goes beyond the ritual. Men who have built stamina in prayers, men who have built relationship and personal fellowship with Christ. One of the things you will notice that when you are in love, when you are in relationship, you will enjoy the company of the object of your love. When you are in love with Christ, just like when you are in love with a human, you want to spend more time with this person. And every believer is called into this kind of intimacy where you and God enjoy each other's company. You enjoy each other's voice in fellowship, in communion. So for an acclaimed pastor who said he's on a mandate from God, and again, I checked the fivefold ministry. There is nowhere God called men as motivational preachers to preach prosperity in a dying world, in a corrupt world, teaching men the wisdom of the world that help them to be more godless, that help them to be more corrupt. This is not what I think God has called us into. So, because you live in a glass house, please stay on your lane and don't throw stone, because you cannot insult the fathers and call them jobless. These are men that in spiritual ranking, you are nowhere where they are. You are nowhere where they are. To come on air and say they are jobless, and that is why they are spending time in prayer. Sir, you need to watch your calling. And your members, I know they are going to drag me. And I also begin to pity for them, because if you use this kind of food to constantly feed your flock, in a world where the coming of Jesus is already in our eyes, and every one of us should be preparing for the coming of Jesus, spending more time in fellowship, spending more time in godliness, in righteousness. Sir, you are teaching people the wisdom of the world that help them to prosper in a corrupt and a godless world. Please let us not throw stone because we live in a glass house. Thank you.